Today's episode is presented by our favorite sponsor. You need to be hydrated. You know where to go. That's A Game. Whether you're at home, at work, in the gym, in the classroom, success means giving nothing less than your best. Your peak performance, your A Game. And now there's a beverage designed to help you bring your best when you need it the most. Terrence, you need it the most. You're sweating, you're running, you're jumping, you get dehydrated. You need it. A Game is full of essential vitamins and nutrients to keep your body primed for action. It provides hydration to boost recovery after you've given your all. Bring your A Game, bring your best, tell the world, bring it on. Shout out A Game. Everybody go check them out at drinkingagame.com.
Good morning, good evening, good night. Welcome to the show, what a wonderful delight. Potsy and T.ROSS better chop up on the mic. Just sit back, have a laugh, catch a vibe, and enjoy the ride.
War, what is it good for? Absolutely nothing, bro. This stuff in Ukraine is actually wild.
The war is an actual war.
And it's funny because I just go through these like different just phases where like I've been just watching a lot of World War II. Like I was just watching Dunkirk. I watched Greyhounds and Tom Hanks Battleship One. But we're in such a different era of like, bro, social media. Like there's people that are like doing videos like, oh, we're getting bombarded, and I'm just like, there's millions of people that died in the world wars, and like, imagine if they had that in Paris when that was going on, like bombings in Paris and like London and stuff like that. Like,
no, the social media definitely gives a different aspect of like giving us that realism. Like you see, like even when like the whole Afghanistan war started, when everything started popping off and they were showing it on the news, they're only showing like they weren't showing like in depth. They were just showing from like the city from like like from a wide range and just like certain bombings and just stuff happening in the night. But seeing this gives people a whole new experience. Like seeing, you saw the jet, you saw the video of the lady looking out of her window and a jet flies by and throws like a missile right into like the next. Like that's hard to
real.
Like,
that's real.
Like there's no like. You can't hide that from the media now. Like we're gonna see all of it, and like even right now, like I've been on Reddit, I've been on Twitter, like it's getting very crazy, bro. And like this is all like I don't really keep up with the news too much. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, me either.
So like for the past week, I've been seeing like the tension growing with this, and then all of a sudden now it's like full-fledged war, and it's like this is probably just the beginning of something that could be a lot greater and implicate a lot of different countries. So. This is a crazy fucking time.
Yeah, it's crazy because like you bring up the Afghanistan. So we have the Afghanistan. Like there's always like war going on, but the fact is like most of like the Syria stuff, the Afghanistan, those are like third world countries. There's not people walking around with phones. Like bro, I played on a team in Ukraine. Like
that's crazy.
It's like a legit country. Like you said, there's soldiers.
What city?
Yuzhny, it was south. It was more west, and it was on the Black Sea. But
so was it close to the border?
No,
or anything that's going on right now.
So this is funny because when I first signed there, it was the year right when they were having a conflict. So this was like 6 years ago when they were already having the conflict on the east side. So they shut down the whole east side like of the league because of that.
Damn.
So there's always been that tension, and that's the thing I was looking up. I was like, why is like Russia really want to invade it? And it just has to come about to do with like the power of like.
Well, so just like how everybody's this is taking over every social media and all the news. This is like what's the most current thing right now. So I'm asking people in the locker room, like trainers and whatnot. And then we have a dude from Wales, from UK somewhere. So he was explaining to me like how back in the day, Ukraine used to be a part of Russia. Then they broke off. They wanted to be their own country because of the communism that was happening in Russia. And at the same time, I guess, fast forward today, I think Russia was they're separatists, which they look at as like basically domestic terrorists.
Yeah.
And they're saying that they're held up in Ukraine and that they want Ukraine back because Ukraine wants to join NATO. And
Yeah,
I think it had something to do with like nukes too back in the day. That it was like, because I know Chernobyl's out there, but like
yeah, I mean, that's all.
They were talking about the nukes, and they were saying how like they used to have a shit ton of nukes, but then once they joined NATO, they give all those nukes up to like the rest of the countries, and then now like Russia's like, we want this fucking land back because like we're not changing. Pretty much, we're not changing who we are, and we're fucking
That was one of the
best armies. Like
that was one of the things is like I was reading, and just in general, like Russia is looking at these people in Ukraine as their people. So they're saying basically that their people are being held hostage in Ukraine because the language is extremely similar. Like my teammates hated it because I would joke with them, like anybody, I would joke with them, like, "Oh yeah, you guys are just Russian," like blah blah blah, like, and they get pissed, and like, "No, we're Ukraine, we're from Ukraine," blah, blah, blah. And so, but so that's why like Russia is trying to. Like
they're trying to take back. They're trying to take back their former land.
Yeah, they're trying to take back their land and use the excuse of like that this is their people
that.
trapped. What you're saying, basically, your people are trapped in a different country. They can just come to your country.
Yeah, it's. I don't know, but all I know is that Putin's a scary fucking guy, bro, and he's not fucking around. Like this, like So what does it mean for us? Like, what do you think is gonna? Well, I mean, I'm all new to this. Explain it to me like I'm fucking 6 years old. Because, like,
this is what I was reading also as well, is that, so like you said, you heard the rumblings coming about the last week or so. Yeah. That was the US's tactic. They were they had information before. Like, obviously we're spying on everything.
No, for sure. So this has been going on for years.
Yeah. But they were trying, like we were trying to, I read something like we were trying to leak that the invasion was going to happen to try to scare Russia from not doing it. Like to show them that we had all the information. Basically, like if I know you're about to do
do
and I tell you we can advance,
for sure. They're just gonna make you rethink your tactics.
Like, oh, like what should I do? Yeah. And so they tried to. They didn't care. No. And then obviously, like Putin's gonna come back and say, this is gonna be one of if anybody else steps in, something bad is going to happen. I think it's all a bunch of just BS talk. But at the same time, they are killing people in Ukraine. Yeah. Someone's got to step forward. We're sending 7,000 more troops to Europe like today. It's just weird because like, what is war in 2022 is like the real question. Like if something really breaks out, what's going to happen? Like, are we sending drones?
You saw the thing where Putin was like, if anybody tries to interfere with what's going on in here, like, it's going to be consequences. And for me, I think it'll be much easier than people realize. It's not going to be like, oh, they're going to invade us. Like it's it's going to be more like, our fucking Wi-Fi and our power is gone, and we don't have cell phones. Now it's kind of like going to send us into a Mad Max anti-apocalyptic dystopia, and we're running around with handguns and living like it's freaking end of days. That's what I don't want to happen, because that would be bad news.
And that's what they've been saying. They've already been doing is like Russia's been doing that to Ukraine. Is like they've been hacking into their stuff. They've been trying to like take down in cyber ways.
Well, I heard that Ukraine's trying to fight back with the little resources that they do have, but most of it is going to be like them trying to like fuck up their communications.
That's the only way.
That's the only way to slow them down. But at that point, it won't matter, bro. They're like they already got their mind made up that we're taking this shit back.
Yeah.
Like, what do you do if you're Ukraine right now?
You're begging all these different countries to help you. I mean, you're begging the United States. You're begging all these.
But that's going to start World War III if that happens, bro.
Yeah.
Like if we all get if these other countries try to back it up, then who's going to take side with who? Like Korea or North Korea, China.
They're all with Russia.
Yeah, like those are like Serbia. Like they're all going to be.
Well, the problem is if Russia and China are together, that's tough.
It's over.
It's
over.
It's tough.
Well, it's not over.
It's just not good.
It's going to be tough. We'll be the last to probably hold out, but like those two together, that's no fucking.
Well, I mean, that's two of the biggest countries in the world, two of the strongest countries besides us, and it's basically 2-on-1. It's basically 2-on-1 because we have to fight the rest of it for everybody else.
Exactly, and it's just
if you're Ukraine, I don't know, man. Better get your.
This is Rocky. This is Rocky Balboa versus. Even Drago all over again.
It's just crazy seeing tanks on the ground in cities, seeing bombs like that. Like that's like real.
Seeing tanks.
It's crazy. Like tanks. We were just watching Fury at your house.
Yeah, that's it's no joke, bro.
That's no joke. You have Panzers, Tigers.
Tanks aren't like a casual we're trying to do a demonstration. We're trying to occupy this current area that we're sitting in. Yeah, we're not
busting through buildings, busting through stop signs.
That shit's crazy. I mean, you know, my girl's looking at. I know it's hitting a nerve with my girl. She's posting all this like shit on Instagram, but it's like because she's from Yugoslavia, and in that whole war, she had to like do. It's like essentially she went through this when she was like 3 or 4, and so like I don't know if she remembers a lot of the bombings and stuff. I talked to her mom, and her mom's always telling us about like what they had to do to get out of like the fucking war zone that they were in, because it was essentially like her dad got called to the military, and they knocked on his door at like 9 o'clock at night saying, "Hey, by the morning time, you need to fucking report." And he was like, "Hell no, we fucking taking all of our fucking shit." They packed up as much as they could, and then they fucking fled in the middle of the night. And they've been on the run trying to get out of that country, trying to like fucking escape the war. And so like a lot of this shit now is like a little similar. So it's fucking crazy to see. But like I only heard stories about that. It's crazy to see that now with my own 2 eyes to see how it's impacted. Like I just watched a freaking video. Did you see there was a video of a missile that pretty much hit this little girl riding on her bike? Did you see that? I did not see that.
Are you on the dark web of
No. I saw my wife showed me this. So like, it was a little girl. She's like 14 years old. She's riding on her bike, bro. And you see a missile hit literally maybe 10 feet from where she's standing. Everything in that area was gone.
She destroyed
it. Yeah, it's just like that's what's happening out there, bro. Like that is not like that's war on people. Like that is not.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Like,
that's
the bad thing. Like they're taking over the civilians. This is not like.
No, it's a territorial. It's like a territorial thing. It's not like we're not trying to kill military. We're not going for military bases. We're going for territory, killing people.
No,
it's
absolutely. Insane. It's bad, bro. I don't even know what to. Oof.
What if we had a draft?
I don't know, bro. Motherfuckers think it's sweet because we play Call of Duty and Battlefield and all these fucking futuristic shooting games, but like, bro. War is fucking war, bro. Like,
sign me up for the drone. Sign me up for the drone program. I'm.
If you had to choose between the 3 different military like sections of military, which would you choose? I'm choosing Navy or Airspace or
Army, Navy, or Air Force.
Air Force, Air Force, or Navy.
Yeah, it's not. I'm not joining the Army. That's out.
No
That's
way.
out.
No way. I'm not gonna be on
the ground. The ground. You're
either in the air.
I think the water might be the safest nowadays. I just don't think there's a lot of like water fighting. You're not, bro. I'm watching World War II. You're not having U-boats. You're not having German submarines blow your ships out of the water.
So the reason why I say Air Force and the Navy is because 1, I don't want to be on the ground. That's first and foremost. But like you know how everything goes. Like those black op, deep dark government sanctioned existent military groups, they exist more. You're gonna see more crazier shit, I feel like, in the Air Force or in the fucking Navy, because you know the Navy, like there's always some janky shit going on. Like there's a lot of shit that they don't explain.
Yeah,
most of the ocean is unexplored, so like you might have a chance to see something you can't explain down there. And then if you're in the Air Force, just by like what's going on now with all the UAPs and the fucking this and that, like you're bound to have a fender bender with a UFO.
I think the water. I choose water. I think I want to stay on the ground. I gotta stay on the ground. I gotta stay. I think the water. There's no like we're not doing battleship battles anymore. You're launching missiles from a boat.
But that's not what I'm worried about. You know me. I'm the conspiracy.
Yeah, no. I get that. But like, if I'm in a plane, bro, I don't know.
No, for sure. You're either gonna fall 1,000 feet from the sky or you're gonna fucking drown to death. But what I'm saying is, like, with the fucking Navy, so much of the ocean isn't explored. Just imagine.
Like, I mean, that part of it, it's creepy.
If you're 15, 16 years in and you fucking, shot your way up the freaking ranks, whatever, think about all the crazy shit you could possibly encounter. Like, you would be like, yeah, there's for sure a ton of aliens, and most of it is coming from the ocean and not from like, it's always something like that.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I would probably take the Navy.
Yeah, Navy. That reminds me. I was thinking about something the other day. I watched the Boeing documentary on Netflix.
I just saw that. I was talking about that today. I didn't see it, but
you didn't watch it yet?
No,
yeah.
It's
So I watched
earlier before I got drafted because I take
no, it didn't. Flights. No, that was
Boeing shit. Took we were 2010.
Yeah, we were flying in college. We were flying every weekend.
I was flying the last. I know for sure, but like not.
You were flying in Boeings. You were flying in 7.
I know. We were flying. 37. I was in fucking Seattle, but I'm saying, nonetheless, like that was terrifying. Like
no, this is something I wanted to ask you because I obviously, like I used to fly a lot. You fly almost every week or whatever, every other week, whatever it is. And I used to fly like more than average human, obviously for basketball, college, just in general. Like the older I've gotten, I don't know if you'd call it like anxiety, but I just have like more of like a angst in my body like when I fly. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because I have a daughter. I don't know if it's
because you have ADHD and you don't like being locked on a fucking metal tube in the middle of the fucking sky for a long time.
Is that how you feel? Is that how you feel? Like, do you feel like that type of way? It's like when you fly, do you feel like it's some type of like angst? Exactly. Like, because when I was younger in college, I did not give like I could care less.
No, like less. You got I don't really feel angst, but like. And it's crazy too because we've had the most heavily traveled schedule since like the 70s. So we've actually been flying more than anybody in the NBA, and it makes you like you just kind of I don't like anything longer than 3 hours is tough because like I can't sleep 3 hours consecutively. Like it's fucking hard. Yeah. 2 hours I could probably muscle through, but like 3 hours is tough, and you're on the plane and you can't do anything. You can't do like the Wi-Fi doesn't work. Like you just kind of sitting there stuck. And my ADHD just doesn't allow me to like relax on that type of environment. But like we fly so often, bro, that like you kind of just numb to it now. Like as soon as I get on the plane, bro, plug my phone to the charger, and then I literally just start leaning off and going to sleep. Like everybody knows me for going just straight to sleep on the plane because that's the only way you can really get through it, bro. But it's just so much fun.
I mean that's how I am too. But then I wake up and I'm like, oh shoot! And I look out the window. I'm like, okay, it's a little high. But it's like I used to not be like that. Like I don't know why. It's weird. I don't know why.
So like we don't fly. We have like a little different regulations when we're flying chartered. Like we fly a little lower and we fly a bit faster. So like a lot of our flights are a little quicker than commercial. Like we flew from Portland to
Orlando.
Yeah, to Orlando.
How long?
And like if you're to do that like commercially, it'll probably
I do it all the time.
5.5. It's like 5.5, almost 6.
Almost
for us, it's like 4.5.
So you cut an hour off.
Yeah, so we cut an hour off, and going from west to east, I think you get a little bit of tail speed or like wind. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
guess it depends which way the wind is going, but yeah.
Yeah, so we can make up time like that, but like it's a lot of flying, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. We had a flight last year. We had a back-to-back we had a game in New Orleans because they're in the fucking Western Conference, which makes no sense to me. Yeah, I mean, I guess it is when the Jazz had to relocate, whatever.
Yeah.
We had a back-to-back from there to Utah.
Okay,
brutal, bro. So we go from like way below sea level in New Orleans to all the way across town to
that's
Utah,
a far flight too.
Like,
that's not.
It was 4.5 hours to get after a game.
Yeah,
to there, and then you're just like super fucking tired, bro. And then we're like the altitude fucks you up, and like it was so much. So much. And then we had to go to Phoenix, then back to Denver. It was just like
something like that. Schedule. So yeah, you play at 7 at night, wherever local time.
Yeah, 7.
You get into Utah late, obviously like 2 o'clock. Something like
probably
that.
Whatever. Because you can't get into a city later than 2, so it's around 2ish.
So something like that. Like, what's your guys' schedule the day of the game? Like, you have no shoot around or meeting, or what do you have?
So on a day where you have, let's say it's just a normal day, you're on a road trip, first road trip or road game of the trip, right? The day would be you would have probably like a 9:30 to 10 a.m. depending on how close we are to the arena. We have 9 to 10:30 latest. Film in the conference room, like one of the ballrooms downstairs in the hotel.
Yeah.
And from there we have film, go to the bus, go to the arena, have shoot around. From shoot around, you go back to the bus, and shoot around is usually like an hour.
Even on a late get in like that on a back to back?
No, not on the back to back. But this is a normal day. So like after you get back, then they usually have like some type of like meal or lunch or brunch set up for you in like the ballroom. You eat if you want to. You go back to your room, and then there's 3 buses. It's like the first bus at like let's say 3:30, second bus at 4:30, last bus at like 5. I'm like the last bus because of my shooting times.
Yeah.
And then after that, you play. After the game, you shower up quick, get to the bus, fly to the next city. So if you're on a back-to-back, and let's say that you played one game, you have a game the next night, you fly to the next city. You don't have shoot around. Mm-hmm. They usually have like we're usually gonna have like a later like team film. Like our team film is our shoot around on back-to-back. So you go downstairs around sometimes we have a little later, around like right before the first buses leave. So let's say like hour before the first bus, so you might have it at 2. So we'll get to the hotel, let's say 2 a.m., 2:30. You can sleep all the way up until like, let's say noon or 1. And then for me, like we're done at like we have it at 2. We're done at 3. I don't leave till 5, so I can go back up and take another shower, go to sleep, do whatever, pack up and do that. So it just depends. But back to backs. People usually like me because you don't have to wake up earlier, but it just sucks because you got to play. So.
Yeah, true. So being a former dunk champion, obviously there's a lot of controversy with what happened in the dunk contest. What are your thoughts on that? Did you watch it? Did you even watch it?
I did. I mean, I
because Cole was in it.
Cole was in it, and he told me a few days before, the dunk contest that he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna pull out Tim's and do." Now I'm thinking, I was like, "Are you really gonna do that?" And he was like, "Yeah, it's like the most New York thing ever." So I was like, "All right, shit." I was like, "I really want you to be safe. Just wait for bitches uptight." Bro, when his dad pulled those shoes out the bag, bro, like I don't know why, but it was just too much for me to watch. Like I was just like, bro, Tim's are. I don't know if anybody's ever tried to do anything with Tim's on, but they're like like cement blocks taped to your feet. So I was so nervous for him, knock on wood. I'm so happy that he pulled off that dunk. But like I literally had to turn off the TV as soon as he tried his first attempt because I just could not. It was too much for me. Yeah, it was. I couldn't bear it. Outside of that, I mean,
they just missed him. I mean,
they missed it, bro. And there's only so many dunks that we can do, bro.
That's what I was talking to somebody. I was like, there's only a certain amount of dunks because I remember talking with you. Your thing was you were trying to find a dunk that someone hadn't done, right? That's why you did the 360.
That's why I did the 360 around the back. Like, nobody's ever
done that. Yeah, exactly. But it's like
I know somebody did. I remember J.R. Smith did like around the back and he dunked him, and nobody did like a 360. Yeah. So like I got lucky with that one. And the one off the side of the backboard, no one did that. So like I got lucky with 2 dunks. But like, bro, it's so hard.
It's tough.
Now, and it's like guys today are like we're so much more complete basketball players rather than just
dunkers,
like freakish athletes now. So it's, I mean, not to say that there aren't freakish athletes, but the freakish athletes that we see are like the
Jalen Green's pretty athletic.
He's ungodly athletic, but like what he's known for is like posters and putting somebody I don't know if like these Anthony Edwards and all those other guys are gonna come and like do some crazy shit. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure some of these guys could. Yeah, John Morant, I'm sure he could. Just like we like seeing their athleticism in like the natural environment of like the nature of the game. Like we don't really like. It's hard to kind of show that now because everything's been done. Like I don't know.
Tough.
And it's more of a sportsmanship. Like if you can get the crowd into it, that's what makes it exciting.
What'd you think of Obi Toppin's behind the back over the guy? That's pretty good.
It was cool. That would have been cool. It was really nice, but he
just didn't like it wasn't flushed. He didn't flush it.
It wasn't flushed, and he didn't do it on the first try. And it looked like he was gonna hurt himself. Like that's what made me nervous. Like all these dunks were just like, I don't know. Like I just didn't have any clear cut. Like, he's gonna fucking freak this one on the first try. All of them were just kind of like, it was just. But honestly, if I had to rate it out of 10, it was probably like 4 or 5.
Yeah, that was tough. It was tough to watch. I mean, that was tough to watch. But honestly, the NBA All-Star Game was one of the better ones I've watched in a while, though. And I watched like the whole thing. I don't get locked into him, but like just seeing, I could watch Steph shoot though. Like it was unreal. It was unreal,
16 threes is a lot, bro. It was like no hustle. It was just weights. They don't even play like that in pickup.
Oh, well, I know that, but I'm saying like at the end when they kind of got competitive, it made it.
The best part of the whole All-Star was halftime when they did the 75.
Oh yeah, that was good. That was
seeing all your former favorite and current stars in one spot. Everybody from Jordan to LeBron to.
Did you see Jordan and Mary J. Blige? Everyone's on it for going a little bit low there.
Oh, you knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing. But, I mean, at the same time, it's just that was the best part of everything that happened. I didn't really watch the game just because it's just like so much up and down. Like you dunk. It was.
I don't care about the dunking. I like the shooting. I like to see people shoot. But
the 3-point shootout was really good.
Yeah, that was
3-point contest. That was super dope. Shout out to Cat.
MJ doesn't know who he is. Of course, you see that meme? He's talking about. He like went over to Luka. Was loving Luka.
Mm-hmm.
Man, well that's crazy, man. Well, shoot, we can wrap it up here. 25 minutes.
No, I got. You want to hear another crazy story? So, my wife almost killed the whole family.
No,
she almost killed the whole family, bro. So it was one night we were hanging out. We were just chilling. I think the kids had went to bed, and I think she went to like go to the smoke shop and get like hookahs or whatever.
Yeah,
like some shisha or whatever. we get back from like the shop. It's probably like 10:30, almost 11. We're chilling for a couple more hours. We go to sleep, bro. At 2:45 a.m., the alarm in the house starts going off, like beep, 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 beep. And I
left it running.
Bro, she left my car running in the garage.
So carbon monoxide was going off?
Bro, so much of it. Like, I mean, I woke up and instantly. I just smelled like something warm in the house. Like, I was like, please, God, don't tell me there's a fire in my fucking house. I ran out of my room. I'm in my drawers. And then, like, I'm like, what is that fucking... I smell like... It's almost like you leaving something in your toaster for too long. You know, you get that smoke smell. And I'm just like, no, that's coming from somewhere. And then my wife, like, she's like, I don't smell anything. I was like, are you fucking mad? The alarm's going off. Yo, I go to the car. I go to the garage. I open the garage. I can't even open the door. It looked like the door was hot. I was like, oh my God. So like, I had to do something because like, I don't know how to open the garage. So I opened the side door to the house just to let some Bro, I fucking cover my fucking face, hit the garage button, and it was hot. Like hot. Fucking cars run. I can't even see pretty much to my car from my door. It was that smoky. Bro, the strongest fume smell I've ever smelled in my life. The whole garage was just like reeking. I let it out. Had to stay up like an hour just letting the fucking garage air out. And bro, that smell was like, it's like stuck to my garage walls. Like, it smells like exhaust pipe. And now my car smells like rotten eggs and exhaust pipe. It's fucking.
Did it ruin anything?
So now my car is like, it's been acting up. It's been like stalling now. And already before she did that, like 2 days prior, when I got back from this last road trip, my car was like, you need coolant. And I was like, I'm going to get coolant at some point. I just don't know if it's going to be today or tomorrow. But she left that shit running, bro. Now my car is like, it stalls now. Like I was at a stoplight. And like when I press hard on the brake, like the car will go into like a little like light park where like I can like tap the gas and it'll go again. Bro, I did that. And then when I tried to go, like my car, like every light came on, it seized up. I couldn't press the accelerator, like the gas or the brake when it stopped. Like I couldn't fucking get anything. And then it's like, hit the parking brake. I'm like, a parking brake? I didn't fucking hit anything. And then so I had to turn the car off, turn it back on. Bro, and it happened to me twice. And then the car is like, the gears are a little sticky. So I'm just like, bro, my car is about to.
How long was that idling for? That was idling for like 5 hours?
So from let's say 11:30. So let's say we got here at like 10:45, almost 11. So let's say from 11 to 2 a.m. 2:30.
So 3 hours of idling in a closed garage, and it's not like a massive garage. Just
no. Bro, honestly, if this house was any smaller, like it would have killed. She would have killed everybody. It'd been all of us.
That is crazy. Well, luckily you got carbon monoxide radars because I mean,
no, that's the sign of a killer. That happens all the time. Like you'll see it like, every few times throughout the fucking year. Just like a couple families just die together. Fucking awful. It could have been us, but this nose is a fucking bloodhound, so I smelled danger right away.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, make sure to turn your car off when you get into your garage. Please. If that's one thing you learned from this podcast.
I blocked out the garage first, and I knew that was a fucking no. Never again.
No.
Never again will I do that.
All right. Well, it's good to catch up, man. We'll be back next weekend on a regular schedule and get you guys some more content.
Go
check us out on social media, and we'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Good morning, good evening, good night. Welcome to the show, what a wonderful delight. Patsy and T.ROSS better chop up on the mic. Just sit back, have a laugh, catch a vibe, and enjoy the ride.